Hey, Bill. Hi, how are you? Huge fan. I haven't read any of these things. I sort of glanced at them. You made me laugh every time. I recently saw a small interview in which you said buying a house, unless you are buying it straight up with money you have, meaning without a loan, I guess, is a stupid move. Could you please elaborate? Because I think you're out of your mind. That's not what I said. And also, that was part of a longer interview, and they took a 15-minute conversation and made it a minute and a half. This is what he says. Let me tell you my situation. My wife and I have been renting a condo for $1,000 a month, not including utilities. 3 bedrooms, garage, great neighborhood, all that jazz, the American dream, everything that the American dream is all about. After a year of renting, total spent 12 grand. I decided I'm going to buy a place in the same neighborhood. I gave 10% down payment. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, dude. And my mortgage is now $870 a month, taxes included, while my rent was $1,000 for the same place like the one I just bought. Now the rent money I am never going to see again. That's $12,000 gone forever in only 1 year, which I obviously don't regret spending since it was a necessity. However, let's say I pay for my house for 10 years. I would have paid roughly $100,000 off for it. What? Sure, I taxes, interest rate from the bank, yada, yada. Then I go sell it. Even if the price for the house didn't go up at all, I'm going to see some of that money back. Sure, not all of it. But even if it's half of it, that's still way smarter than renting for 10 years and seeing none of it. Blah, 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 blah. You're going to present the usual argument. All right, dude. You're paying $1,000 a month to rent because you don't have like 500 grand hanging over your head, and you can fucking leave whenever you want. And if anything goes wrong on the condo, somebody else has to fix it. So you're sitting there acting like you got this condo and it's $870 a month, and that is $870 a month, and that is like your only expenses. It isn't. You're easily paying at least $1,000. And you want to talk about throwing money away? If you just make the monthly payment, that 870, like 860 of that is right in the toilet. That just goes to the bank. You don't own $870 more of your house. You own like $9 more. They slowly bleed you for 30 fucking years. And what I was basically saying is that buying a house that you can't afford is a stupid move, because all you're doing is staying in it, paying interest on it while it increases in value. The only person making money when you go to sell it is going to be the bank and the real estate agent. Those are the only two people. And I don't understand that whole fucking thing. Like, say you bought it the right time, and then the fucking thing shoots through the roof, right? Your house doubles in price. And then you sell it, and then you've doubled your money. But now you need a place to live. So you have to go back into this market where everything's doubled. So it's just a lateral fucking move. All the money you made, you now got to put into this other house unless you somehow downgrade your life. Why would you want to do that? The only way to make money, I think, really in a house is if you can afford it and you can pay it off quickly. If you can pay it off quickly, then as the house increases in value, it's increasing in value for you. Because what happens, I feel, over the years when you're paying the interest is always slightly ahead of how much the house is appreciating in value. And that's when you didn't get completely fucked over. If you bought at the height of a bubble, like so many other people, you're upside down in your house. And you could stay in it for 30 fucking years, and it still might not be worth as much. I mean, I don't know. I don't really understand what you're trying to ask me. It's just like, I guess, yeah, you after 10 years you could sell your house and you would get some money, but you're not adding this money properly. Like, let's say, okay, you were throwing 12 grand a month, 12 grand a year into the toilet, you said, but you had the luxury of not having $500,000 in debt hanging over your head. You also had the luxury of you can basically give a month's notice and fucking leave. Okay? You don't have to go through trying to sell the fucking house and, oh my God, is this the wrong time to be selling it and blah, blah, blah. And oh, fuck, the water main broke. I have to pay for that. You don't have to pay for anything. 12 grand, bing, bang, boom, it's all done. Your condo thing, people come by, trim the hedges, mow the lawn. You don't have to pay for any of that fucking shit. 12 grand a year. Done. It's a beautiful fucking thing. Now, owning a house is a beautiful fucking thing if you buy a house that you can afford. Okay, if you can just kick the shit out of the principal. But if you're going to go in there and just pay $870 a month, as that house appreciates in value, it's appreciating in value for the bank, not for you. I hate to tell you that, sir, but that's basically it. Okay, so let's say now you're throwing $870, okay, $8,700 a year, okay, we'll just say roughly, we'll say $8,500 a year in interest. Over 10 years, you're talking about, it starts to go down the more you've paid in interest. That first 10 years is mostly interest. So you're going to give them like $75,000 you're going to throw into the fucking toilet. All right? Plus all the expenses, all the taxes, all the bullshit of owning a fucking house. All the shit that I'm going through right now. It makes paying $1,000 a month and not owning way better. Way better. The fact that you can just fucking leave whenever you want to, and if there's a problem, you can call somebody up and be like, yeah, dude, you need to fix this. I will not stand for this. Me and my $1,000 a fucking month. So you're paying way more than $870 a month is all I'm saying. And I'm not saying, that's great that you actually, what you should do is, are you taking that extra $130 a month that you're saving and throwing that, at least throw that at your principal, anything, to somehow start sawing away at the chains around your fucking ankles, because it is a fuck over. Do this, sir. Do this. Whatever your fucking principal is, okay? Multiply your monthly payment times 12 and then multiply it times 30, and it's going to be roughly two and a half times what the fuck your loan was. Okay, so if your loan was, say, for $500,000, you're going to pay them back probably anywhere from $1.2 million to 1.5, depending on what your fucking interest rate was. Okay, and I don't think in 30 years you're going to get $1.5 million for that fucking thing. And let's say you do. Forget it. You paid all the taxes and all the bullshit and had to put a new roof and fix the fucking driveway and the electrical and the pipes and the water damage and the fucking God knows what else. The termites and all this shit that happened. I mean, if you break even, you fucking crushed it. That's all I'm saying. All right? Now, I might be a dick. I might be raining on your fucking parade there, but that's why I feel like if you can buy a house that you can just pay off, even if it's a shithole, if you can just pay it off in 5 years, you're better to keep renting and buy a house in another fucking state you don't want to live in. Just buy that thing. Get people in there paying the fucking mortgage, and then you pay down the fucking principal. You better to do that, and then sell that fucking thing and use the equity in that to then get into a fucking house where you live, where you want to live, and try to kick the shit out of the principal. But that whole thing, getting into a house, and all you're asking is, what is the monthly payment going to be? You are going to get fucked in the ass 7 ways to Sunday, as they say. That's what I was trying to say, but they cut out a ton of what I was talking about, sir. Okay? So there you are. Was that boring? Well, it kind of bored me too. Let's steer into the boring and let's do a little more advertising. Oh, Jesus. This podcast started fast and it's dying a slow fucking death.